At 11:52 p.m., dispatch received a call from an old radio tower outside town. The problem was that nobody had worked there for almost 20 years. The tower had been shut down after a fire destroyed the control room. Since then, the building had sat abandoned on a hill overlooking the highway. When the emergency operator answered, all she heard was static, then a voice, weak, distorted. It said, "Please send someone, I'm trapped." The call lasted 7 seconds before disconnecting. Dispatch assumed it was a technical glitch, but protocol required a welfare check. Officer Daniel Mercer was sent to investigate. He arrived just after midnight. The tower stood alone in the dark, surrounded by dead grass and rusted fencing. The gate was chained shut. Daniel parked outside the fence and called dispatch. "Property appears vacant," he said. "I'll check the perimeter." His flashlight swept across broken windows and peeling paint. Nothing moved. Then his radio crackled. A woman's voice whispered through the static. "Help me." Daniel froze. "Dispatch, did you copy that?" "Copy what?" Dispatch replied. "The transmission. We didn't receive anything." Before Daniel could answer, the voice came again, closer this time. "Help me." It was coming from inside the tower. Against his better judgment, Daniel climbed through a gap in the fence and approached the entrance. Inside, the air smelled of smoke and mildew. Dust covered everything. No footprints, no signs of recent activity. Yet somewhere above him, a radio crackled. A faint signal repeated every few seconds. "Help me!" Daniel followed the sound up a narrow stairwell. The metal steps groaned under his weight. The second floor was empty, so was the third. On the fourth floor, he found the source. An old radio console sat in the middle of the room. Its power light was glowing. That should have been impossible. Daniel stepped closer. The speaker hissed with static. Then the woman spoke clearly. "Please don't leave me here." "Who is this?" Daniel asked. No response. He checked the equipment. Corroded wires. Dead batteries. Then he noticed something taped to the console, a photograph. It showed 3 workers, 2 men and a woman. The date on the back read October 14, 2003. The night of the fire, dispatch called through his radio. "Daniel, status check." Before he could answer, every light in the room suddenly turned on. The radio speaker erupted with noise. Dozens of overlapping voices filled the room, screaming, crying. Daniel stumbled backward. The voices abruptly stopped. Silence. Then a single voice whispered directly behind him. "You came back." He spun around. The room was empty. That was when he saw the door. A door that hadn't been there before. It stood at the far end of the room. Warm light spilled through the crack. Daniel knew the tower's layout. There was no room behind that wall. Slowly, he approached. The radio began transmitting again. "Don't open it," the woman said. Then another voice spoke, a man's voice. "Please, we're still inside." Daniel reached for the handle. The moment his fingers touched it, the radio screamed with feedback. The light went out. Darkness swallowed the room. He heard footsteps, not one set, many, moving around him in circles. The voices returned, whispering from every direction. He opened it. "He heard us. He can stay with us." Daniel grabbed his flashlight and bolted for the stairs. The footsteps followed. He raced down 4 flights. As he reached the ground floor, he looked back. Figures were standing on the upper landings, too tall, too thin, watching him. He burst through the front door and sprinted to his patrol car. Dispatch was calling his name repeatedly. "I'm leaving the property. Send another unit." Daniel looked back at the tower. Every window was dark except one. A woman stood behind the glass. Her skin was blackened as if burned. Her mouth moved silently. Backup officers arrived later. They searched the building. No radio equipment was operating, no lights were functional. Daniel transferred to another district a month later. He never returned to the tower. But 2 years afterward, dispatch received another call. It began with static. Then a terrified male voice said, "Please send someone, I'm trapped." The voice was identified as Officer Daniel Mercer.